Hello guys, welcome to all of you here. We are going to start new syllabus of 12 science physics today. So before starting our new syllabus, I want to talk in front of you. I have created YouTube channel and name of my channel is Physics Make It Simple by Dr. Rajendra Kogarne. This channel is completely free to you. There is no any charge, no any registration required, dear guys. It is only for you only. It is only for your study. This is the most important thing. So subscribe my channel, share my channel, like my channel, and whatever suggestions, discrepancies arise in my lecture, note in the comment box. So it will make more convenient to you and me also for the future videos. Okay, dear guys. Then instead of chit chatting more, we will start our first chapter of 12th science physics. Name of the chapter is, see here, rotational dynamics. Before learning directly, the dynamics word come here, dear guys. What is dynamics? So dynamics is a branch of physics concerned with all types of motions of a particle. That motions are circular motion, rotational motion, translational motion, projectile motion, simple harmonic motion, or we call it as an oscillatory motion. And regarding it, in which we study periodic motion, that are all types of motion. So study of all motions is in the dynamics. So dynamics is a branch of physics concerned with all types of motion, dear guys. That's all. Okay. Then in this chapter, we'll have to learn two types of motions. The first motion is circular motion, and the second one, rotational motion. So let me discuss what is circular motion. So for the circular motion, we draw a simple diagram on the board. See here, this is a circumference of a circle like this. This is a circumference of a circle. This is a center. And particle is moving along the circumference of a circle with fixed center is known as circular motion. Center may be fixed or may not be fixed, doesn't matter. But the motion of the particle along the circumference of a circle, this is the most important sentence, dear guys. I will repeat again. The motion of a particle along the circumference of a circle is called as circular motion. Circular motion is indicated by the direction in anti-clockwise sense, or it may be shown in a clockwise sense. Then after learning dynamics and circular motion, now we want to discuss what is rotational motion, dear guys. So there is a slight difference between circular motion and rotational motion. What is rotational motion? Rotational motion means particle spins itself about its own axis. So suppose this is the body The spinning of a body about its own axis is called as circular motion. Is called as rotational motion, dear guys. Here, for the rotational motion, axis of rotation is fixed, and the circular motion, there is no question arises about axis of rotation. So, after learning what is meant by circular motion, what is meant by rotational motion, then we want to discuss some basic physical quantities regarding circular motion that we have already learned in 11th standard. But we will repeat that all physical quantities regarding circular motion, dear guys. Okay. So what is our first physical quantity? Our first physical quantity is radius vector. So I will write here radius vector. Radius vector. Radius vector is denoted by r vector. So for that purpose, I will draw a simple circumference again like this. And suppose the motion of the particle is in anti-clockwise sense like this. This is a center. Then we'll write, we draw like this radius denoted by r vector. This is a point O. So, particle performing circular motion, we will keep this sentence always common for all definitions. So I will write that half sentence. What is that sentence? Dear guys, concentrate here. Particle performing circular motion. This half sentence will arise in all definitions. Most important point. Remember well, dear guys. So, we want to define now what is radius vector. Though it is a radius, but it is vector. So, vector drawn from the center of a circle to the position of a particle which is on the circumference of a circle is known as radius vector. We will modify this definition again. So, we have decided all definitions will start from this half sentence. So, the definition is like this: particle performing circular motion, radius drawn from the center of a circle to the position of a particle which is on the circumference of a circle, that vector is called as radius vector. Okay, we will repeat again. See here, particle performing circular motion, vector drawn from the center of a circle to the position of a particle on the circumference is known as radius vector. This radius vector also suggests the position of the particle on the circumference. In which position the particle is suggested by radius vector, dear guys. So, radius vector is also called as what? Position vector. Radius vector is also called as position vector. So, what is the SI unit of radius vector? SI unit of radius vector is meter. What is the dimension of radius vector? Dimension of radius vector is L1. So this is all about the definition of radius vector that we complete. Then we'll approach to the next definition, that is angular displacement, dear guys. So let me clean the board, keeping the diagram as it is here. So I will write here angular displacement. Angular displacement. Angular displacement is denoted by theta here. Angular displacement is denoted by theta like this. So what is angular displacement? For that purpose, we draw two radius vector like this. This is the angle. That angle is nothing but theta here. Particle is moving from A to B, suppose, covering a distance is equal to s here. And this theta is called as angular displacement. So what is our half sentence? For every definition we have decided to keep half sentence this as it is. So complete the definition of angular displacement. Particle performing circular motion, angle made by the radius vector at the center of a circle when particle moves from one point to another point is known as angular displacement theta, guys. Have you understood this, guys? Okay, we will repeat again that definition. Very simple, very simple. Listen carefully. Angular displacement is denoted by theta, and the definition of angular displacement starts from this sentence: particle performing circular motion, angle made by the radius vector at the center when particle moves from one point to another point is known as angular displacement denoted by theta, dear guys. Okay, very simple definition. So what is the SI unit of angular displacement? SI unit of angular displacement is radian. And what is the dimension of angular displacement? Since it has a unit radian, dimension of the angular displacement is m0, l0 and t0. Or best way we can say that angular displacement is dimensionless physical quantity. That's all. So this is all about angular displacement. Then after learning angular displacement, we'll have to learn instantaneous angular displacement. Okay, I will clean the board and then we'll give a title on the board is instantaneous angular displacement. Instantaneous angular displacement is denoted by delta theta. So from this formula, initially the angular displacement, formula of a angular displacement we get s upon r. S is nothing but the arc when particle moves from A to B. So theta is equal to s upon r. So s is equal to r theta. This is the formula for angular displacement theta. And then come here instantaneous angular displacement delta theta vector. If the word instantaneous come, this angular displacement occur within a short interval of time. Time tends to 0. So within a short interval of time, what is the displacement of a particle during circular motion is called as instantaneous angular displacement. And instantaneous angular displacement, when the word instantaneous arises, it is a vector quantity. So we can write here in vector form, delta S vector is equal to delta theta vector cross r vector. Here this radius vector remain constant, so we can't change the arrangement of the formula because vector product doesn't obey commutative law of multiplication, dear guys. So it should be like this: delta S vector instead of S, delta theta vector instead of theta, and r vector instead of r. We can't write delta r here because radius remain constant during the circular motion. So this is the vector representation of angular displacement. We call it as instantaneous angular displacement delta theta here. Instantaneous angular displacement delta theta bar. Angular displacement is denoted by theta, having the formula theta is equal to S upon R, and instantaneous angular displacement delta theta having a vector notation, delta S vector is equal to delta theta vector cross R vector. Okay, dear guys, then we want to approach next article, angular velocity omega vector or angular velocity omega bar, like this. So let me clean the board initially. So I will give a title here, angular velocity omega vector. So I will write formula, omega vector is equal to what? D theta vector by dt. So from this we can able to prepare a definition of angular velocity omega bar. Angular velocity is a vector quantity and the definition is prepared with the help of this formula. So what is this? Time rate of change of angular displacement is called as angular velocity. But dear guys, we have decided all definitions must be started by a common sentence. So we will have to write that common sentence. What decision we made? Particle performing circular motion. Particle performing circular motion, time rate of change of angular displacement is called angular velocity omega bar or omega vector. Okay. SI unit of omega vector. What is SI unit? So SI unit is what? SI unit of omega vector is equal to radian per second. What is the dimension? This theta is a dimensionless quantity. Since radian arises here and in the denominator second comes, so dimension of omega is equal to only t minus 1 because second is in the denominator, and so the dimension of omega is t minus 1. So this is all about angular velocity. Then we approach instantaneous angular velocity. I have already explained, dear guys. When instantaneous word come, then time approaches towards the zero. Within a short interval of time, the circular motion appears is called as instantaneous phenomenon. So instantaneous angular velocity The formula of instantaneous angular velocity we write like this: omega vector is equal to limit delta t tends to 0, very short interval of time, the angular velocity appears, which is given by, we can write that like this, delta theta vector by delta t, which is in derivative form we write d theta by dt. D theta vector by dt is again omega vector. So we can write here. So in limit form, having time equal to 0 approximately, or time tends to 0, this formula is of instantaneous angular velocity omega vector. Okay, dear guys. Then the next article is angular acceleration. What is angular acceleration? The word come acceleration. In which condition the acceleration term comes? In which condition the acceleration is born? The acceleration is born when the velocity changes. So, whenever there is a change in velocity, there is an acceleration. This is the most important thing we keep in mind. So, quote this sentence in your notebook. Whenever there is a change in velocity, the acceleration term is born. Okay. So, what is the definition of angular acceleration? What is the SI unit of angular acceleration and dimension of angular acceleration? We'll see one by one. So let me clean the board at first. We can write here angular acceleration. So the formula of angular acceleration is like this: alpha is equal to d omega vector by dt. This is the formula of angular acceleration, and from that we can write particle performing circular motion. From this every definition we have decided to start. Particle performing circular motion, time rate of change of angular velocity is called as angular acceleration. I will repeat again, dear students. Time rate of change of angular velocity. Sorry, the initial sentence we have decided to keep in the definition is particle performing circular motion, comma, time rate of change of angular velocity is called as angular acceleration alpha or alpha vector. Then instantaneous angular acceleration. Instantaneous angular acceleration is born when time is approaching to 0. So within a short interval of time, how much velocity changes denotes the instantaneous angular acceleration. So instantaneous angular acceleration we write is alpha vector is equal to limit delta t tends to 0, delta omega vector by dt is equal to d omega vector by dt. So this is a formula of what? Instantaneous angular acceleration alpha. What is the SI unit of instantaneous angular acceleration? The unit is radian per second square, and the dimension of angular acceleration is t minus 2. This is the dimension. So these are some basic fundamentals required to study the circular motion, dear guys. So we will stop here as long as this lecture is considered. So observe my video again and again, listen it carefully and understand well all definitions regarding circular motion. Prepare your own notes after reading the books, after observing my video, don't take attention. Always study with a joyful moment. Subscribe my channel. The name of my channel is Physics Make It Simple. And the most important thing, dear guys, this channel is completely free of charge for you. There is no necessity of any registration. It is only for the student. It is only for the study of a student that I want to discuss all the syllabus in front of you. So this is our first lecture, dear students. Enjoy this lecture. Subscribe my channel. The name of my channel is, again, I want to tell you that Physics Make It Simple by Dr. Rajendra Kobarne. Subscribe this channel, like this channel, share this channel, and whatever discrepancies arise at the time of observing these video lectures, note that discrepancies, note the suggestions, note the doubts in your mind in the comment box, so it can be make more convenient to me to give the best video lectures further for your understanding, for your study. So thank you very much, dear guys. We will stop here and again meet in the next lecture.